Sorry about that. I accidentally hit the go back button, but that's the next gym over there. Man, that sucks. Now my phone's telling me that I have about 14 minutes to record. See, that's why you should look both ways before crossing the street, on foot or by car, because that almost would have been an accident. And then I would have to get off here and call 911. And I'd be a prime witness. Okay. We're now approaching our next Pokestop. Actually, our next two Pokestops and our next gym. Yeah, there's like a little clump of them over here. Alright, so right here is one of the next ones. That's one of the next Pokestops. I don't really know what to talk about, to be honest with you. I really don't. But I'm sure we'll, talk about something. We're now approaching our second next Pokestop right here. And we're also approaching our next gym. Oh boy. So yeah, back to the whole me playing Pokemon thing. It's right there. The Catholic Church right over here. Oh, they got rid of that cardboard person, did they? Huh. I always remember the cardboard person being out here at this car dealership. Which is weird, but, I've always wanted to do a Pokemon game for my channel. Although, obviously, as you guys remember, way back in the early days of me starting the gaming series, I said I was going to cover as many games as I possibly can, with the exception of Pokemon, because, well, I feel like I could have still done Pokemon, but it's just the editing would be a bitch. And I even tried recording a couple videos of the game numerous times before, and one thing that was always the main problem was all the random encounters. Seriously, there are just so many random encounters that was just it was too much. You run into. Now I understand the first couple. You're gonna be like, okay, so this is a random encounter, blah 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 blah. This is one of the new Pokemon you can find, yada yada yada. And then you keep running into the same ones over and over and over and over and over again. That's where I start to draw the line. Okay, I can't do this. Which is why doing it on an emulator and reporting that way, I feel would be 1,000 times easier. And yeah, so So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm going to be trying. Now, I would get an emulator for my iPad. However, since I bought the iPad from the Ohio State University here at Marion, because they had a thing that, you know, in 2018, all incoming freshmen gets they get an iPad. They get an iPad, a case, a keyboard bottom for, like, you know, typing papers and stuff, and an Apple Pen. Me personally, I don't like using the Apple Pen. A TV news station? Huh. Interesting. But, you know, I just think that sometimes it's just best to, like, I don't know. I really don't know, guys. So we're gonna try with the emulator here on my phone, see if that does anything. If not, then I may have to invest on a iPod Touch, you know, like the old 5th generation iPod, and record the games from there. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, so since we only have a few minutes left, I'm only going to showcase all the rest of the gyms and Pokestops. Right here at the courthouse is a gym. Also, I'd like to mention that we are also in downtown Marion now. And we went from Main Street over to Center Street. So we're now walking back to the house this way on Center Street. This would probably be the halfway point. Probably right over here at this pavilion. This one. This is probably about the halfway point, but who knows? Alright, we're now leaving the areas of downtown. And we're now at our next gym. This church right here. Okay then. There was also a bird just sitting there, and he didn't even fly away even when he looked back at me. I'm like, okay, this bird don't give a shit about people. Either that, or I'm assuming that its wing is probably hurt. I don't know why it's just like sitting there, but you know, who knows. Also, right over there. Hold on, let me do a little turning. That church right there. That's another Pokestop. And that's the last Pokestop for a very long while. So, yeah. So from here up until about in front of the Jersey, there are no Pokestops or gyms in between here and the Jersey. So I may eventually have to do a part 3 of this, but just know that in my Pokestop route, there's not really too many gyms or Pokestops. Alright, we're just now in front of Papa John's. I don't think that was really even necessary. Finally, some peace and quiet on one of the main streets of Marion. Good God. So right now I'm just walking in front of Vernhardt Insurance, which is, if I remember correctly, it's where we get our car insurance from. Yeah, it's a local car insurance company, which is nice. I remember when Dad got my car insured through, part of the, the family deal that we have. All of Dad's cars, the van, the RAV, my car, the motorcycle, and Mom's car, all of our cars are all insured under that company, which is nice. A local car insurance company. It's not like one of the big ones like Progressive or Allstate or Safe Auto or whatever, or State Farm, or any of the other big major ones for car insurance. But yeah, I think they got some. They have good rates. Their prices are, reasonable, and all of that. And I highly recommend that if you live in Marion, I would recommend switching over to Vernhardt Insurance. I smell chicken. Well, it's because we're coming up to a chicken place down here on Center Street. There's not really too many food places here on Center Street, but I will point out what they are, at least on this part. Alright, we're now at the spot of Center Street that goes from being a two-way with 2 lanes apiece to a one-way with 4 lanes, and that will eventually turn into 3 lanes. By the time you get out in front of Papa John's down the street where we were, that is where the street goes from 4 lanes to 3. Actually, no, I lied. Right around where Vernhardt Insurance is, that's where it turns. Goes from 4 lanes to 3. I forgot about that. But yeah. So this is the part of Center that's 2-way. You can go west and you can go east. Right now we're heading east, and we're just now approaching some fast food joints here on Center Street. First up, we have Domino's, a great pizza place. A good pizza place, and it's like our family's go-to pizza joint if we're gonna order a pizza. We're also approaching a chicken place. Wow, that was a very horrible voice crack. And there's so many damn people in that line. Yeah, we have 2 main chicken places here in town. One's right here closer to downtown, known as Lee's. Not good chicken at all. And the other is obviously Kentucky Fried Chicken, which I recommend that more. But that's just me. Stay tuned for part 3.